Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Friday, September 6th. Today we will continue to have mostly wet thunderstorms push a little bit further eastward across the Great Basin, generally covering Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and the eastern and northern parts of Nevada. There are already showers and thunderstorms this morning over northern Nevada, which will be continuing to move north up into Idaho. On Saturday, we will see drier conditions region-wide, with winds starting to pick up along the Sierra front. We also may see some showers or thunderstorms develop Saturday night over parts of central Nevada, but most of these showers and thunderstorms will occur during the Sunday time period in the area shaded in blue. We also have a pretty strong cold front moving through the Great Basin, which will drop temperatures significantly on Sunday and also bring stronger winds to southern areas of the Great Basin. Over the last 24 hours, we've seen a good amount of showers and thunderstorms across the Great Basin. You can see the areas of heavier thunderstorms across Utah and into the northern half of Nevada. These thunderstorms were generally on the wet side. We saw most areas see over 1/10 of an inch of precipitation. Some areas saw over 1/2 inch of precipitation. Further north up into Idaho, these heavier amounts were very spotty and generally tied to far western Idaho with these thunderstorms, with generally most areas of Idaho seeing less than about 1/10 of an inch. Yesterday, we had a light to moderate initial attack across the Great Basin with a couple new large fires, one up into Idaho and one down into Utah. Looking at the last 2 weeks of precipitation, you can see still below normal precipitation region-wide. However, this does not take into account the heavier precipitation we saw yesterday across Nevada and Utah, so that probably pushed some areas to above normal. ERCs are also not super representative across parts of Idaho and Utah that saw rain late in the day yesterday, so ERCs in Idaho are probably a little bit lower than what you see on this map, but still fairly high across central and eastern Utah that did not see heavier amounts of precipitation and are still above the 80th to 90th percentile for the time of year, generally at record levels. ERCs have come down more significantly across Nevada. Looking at some of our ERC charts, again up into Idaho and Utah, you can still see fairly high ERCs and at record levels, but again up into Idaho, some of these ERCs probably dropped a little bit closer to normal. If we look at our live fuel moistures, they have been on the decline and are at the lowest point in the season and below 100% across many areas of the Great Basin, so very critical for the time of year for sagebrush to be a contributor to large fire spread. Our 10-hour fuel moisture, however, has changed more significantly, especially with the precipitation we saw yesterday across Nevada, so quite a bit higher. We still have some spotty areas that are on the drier side that did not see some of the heavier precip, where 10-hour fuel moisture is still low. However, fuel moistures will continue to increase over the next 24 hours as we see those showers and thunderstorms continue. The water vapor satellite loop from this morning is shown here. You can see a upper level disturbance, trough of low pressure over northern California, which will continue pushing northeast across northern areas of the Great Basin. Out ahead of this area of low pressure is where we'll see those showers and thunderstorms today. So as that pushes eastward, it will push our lightning activity into the northern Rockies as we move into tomorrow. Otherwise, drier air is working its way into western Nevada. You can see the tropical feature down here well off the Baja coast that will continue moving to the west and not impact the Great Basin. Looking at the weather pattern for later today, again, you can see those showers and thunderstorms pushing off to the east, but this morning we're still seeing lightning activity and showers over northern and northeast Nevada, which will again be pushing northeastward by later this afternoon, mainly into Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. We generally have a low to moderate fire potential across the Great Basin. Some of the drier spots you can see in Nevada and southeast Utah are still in the moderate range. However, most areas will be decreasing in fire potential, and certainly up across Idaho today where those showers and thunderstorms will be located, we will see decreasing fire potential as well. Looking at relative humidity for later today, you can see relative humidity stays above 30% across Idaho, northern Utah, and Wyoming today, and starts to drop over western and southern Nevada back into the teens. You can see the weather picture in the image on the right, where most of those showers and thunderstorms will be located today in the northern and eastern side of the Great Basin, but still even by this afternoon we'll see lingering thunderstorms in northeast Nevada, and again that's where we're seeing the thunderstorms this morning is across northern and northeast Nevada, but we will see decreasing coverage as the day goes on. As we move into Saturday, you can see another trough of low pressure approaching the west coast. This will allow our winds to start increasing along the Sierra front, along with pushing drier air across the Great Basin. So no high risk issued. Winds will be a little bit breezier along the Sierra front, but should stay below 30 miles per hour. Looking at the relative humidity on Saturday, you can see how we are drying out across the Great Basin, generally teens to low 20s as far as relative humidity. And even up into Idaho, we will see those RHs drop near 20%. You can see the wind image on the right, winds picking up with wind gusts closer to about 25 to 30 miles per hour along the Sierra front. On Sunday, we will see that trough start to swing a little bit further eastward across the northern areas of the Great Basin. This will eventually allow showers and thunderstorms to redevelop over northern areas of the basin along with cooler temperatures, but it will keep dry and windy conditions further south, so we do have some high risk for gusty winds and low humidity over southern Utah and the Arizona Strip and back into far southern Nevada, areas where ERCs are still on the high side and will not see much of this precipitation moving through over the next 24 hours. On Sunday, again, you can see relative humidity dropping back down into single digits to low teens in southern areas of the basin, and again, a dramatic increase in relative humidity along with cooler temperatures and rainfall over northern areas. Winds will be breezy region-wide on Sunday, but the most problematic areas would be if we see starts or holdovers in southern areas of the Great Basin that will be drying out with these stronger wind gusts around 40 miles per hour. Forecast amounts of precipitation over the next few days are indicated here. So you can see we did see quite a bit of precip yesterday in areas further west and south, but as we move over the next couple of days, the main focus will be the northern half of the Great Basin seeing widespread wetting rains. As we move into Monday, we have another trough of low pressure that is tracking eastward across northern areas of the Great Basin. So we'll continue to see those cool, breezy, and wet conditions in the north, and you can see how the fire potential continues to go down. That trough slowly tracks across the Great Basin on Tuesday, keeping those cool temperatures. We'll see highs drop into the 60s and 70s over northern areas of the Great Basin, with lows down into the 40s and even down into the 30s in some higher elevation locations. Still keeping showers in the north on Tuesday, still low fire potential. On Wednesday, that system tracks off to the east, so we will see temperatures gradually warm along with drying conditions over southern and western areas, but temperatures still below normal for the time of year. And we'll continue that shower activity up across parts of Idaho into Wyoming. On Thursday, we see a ridge of high pressure start to build north again, bringing drier conditions and warming temperatures. Still low fire potential as we move into the end of next week. And we do have another trough of low pressure that will bring another cold front through the region as we move through next weekend. 7-day amounts of precipitation are shown here, again, with those systems moving across northern areas of the Great Basin. That'll be the main target for wetting rains and cool temperatures. As we move into the middle part of September, from September 13th through the 19th, you can see warm conditions and now drier conditions, at least for a period of time, maybe in the third week of September. However, this does look like it will be short-lived. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.